right, Coach, go ahead, opening statement.
Yeah, great Tuesday. Beautiful weather, man. Got a little bit back hot for us today, which is good because it's, sun's going to be out this weekend playing a 2 o'clock game, which we're pumped about. Got a tremendous test this week, man, with Jacksonville. They're 0-3. We're 1-2. We're both very similar in the standpoint that we're probably a lot better football team than what our record shows. We're both hungry for a win. They've lost to Coastal, who's got a good football team. They lost on the road to a team that's been to 5 straight bowl games in Eastern Michigan. They lost in overtime. And they got beat by a great football team in Louisville that played for a conference title last year. So we know we got our work cut out for us, but we're excited about it. We're excited to continue to grow this week and keep getting better, because we want to reach the standard, and all of these kids do. And I think we got better today, and looking forward to coaching them again this week. So with that, I'll open it up.
Coach, 2 better. Thought you guys created some stuff offensively. Thought you were strong on the offensive line against a pretty darn good South Florida defense.
Yeah.
Just some self-inflicted wounds that kind of shot you on the way.
Yeah, we moved the ball better on them than probably anybody has in their last 5 games. I was pleased to see the explosiveness. Really pleased with how our passing games come along. That was a point of emphasis this offseason. We had eight runs of 7 yards or more, but we had 12 runs of 2 yards or less. So we're kind of feast or famine right now. We need more dirty runs, more 3 to 6 yard runs. But the big thing was that, just the self-inflicted wounds on the turnovers and in the red zone. That's where the game swung. If we don't fumble on the 3rd drive of the game, we're finna go back up 2 scores. If we score in the red zone, we're either tied or it's a 1-score game at the end. And our deal is we're at the point now with our program where we can play with anybody. We've shown that in our 2 losses. We played 2 good teams, and we can play with them. We've got to quit hurting ourselves, and we've got to fix that, and obviously that's something we're working on.
Can you give any update on Ethan?
No.
You mentioned a little bit about those dirty runs. How important is it for this offense to stay on schedule between that 1st and 2nd down?
Yeah, I guess. But, the big thing for us was just to score in the red zone. It just depends on how the game's going. That was a game where we needed to score, so we were making explosive plays. And if you're making explosive plays, you don't have to get to a lot of 3rd downs. The deal for us was just to execute in the red zone and not fumble this past week. There's some games where we may need to be on schedule, DEMA, and move the ball methodically that way. But we want to be an explosive team. That's kind of what we've changed to, and what we want to be. And but we can't shoot ourselves in the foot. Whether that's a missed assignment that causes a negative, whether that's a fumble, which is inexcusable, or whether that's not making it happen in the red zone. Yep.
How do you go about assessing Stein? And Gibbs looked good in his 1 kick. How do you go about figuring that out?
Yeah, just compete. Put them in position to compete, which we do every day. You know that. And they did today. We kicked 8 kicks today. 4 of them were live. And they kick, with Coach Meyer. And so just practice and compete and just keep doing that.
Chance to get any guys back healthy this week? Maybe
Dennis was out there today. Yep. So that's good. And we ain't got many people out. But Dennis was back out there today. I expect he'll play. If it depends on what our substitutions are and all that. Those other guys are playing pretty good too.
Can you talk about just Jacksonville State? And you kind of touched on that they've played a tough schedule, but dual threat quarterback, run defense that has really struggled. Yeah,
quarterback's a good player, Huff. He really makes them go. Coach Rodriguez always is built it on a running quarterback. And they won 9 games last year. They won a bowl game. They beat Louisiana Lafayette in a bowl game. So a proud program with a lot of tradition. And coach that's got a lot of history and tradition. Coach Trickett, their O-line coach. I've known him since I was a little kid. They're a great staff, and they're going to be hungry for a win. So it's going to be a tremendous test for us.
What do you kind of see from just the defensive side of the ball with them?
Yeah, they mix it up over the first 3 games. They've shown a lot of different looks. They're either wanting to show a lot of different looks or they're trying to find themselves. One of the 2. Mostly 3 down front. A lot of different pressure packages. And, they want to make you play left-handed, try to take away what you do best.
I was looking back on your old games against Jacksonville State.
Yeah.
You threw for 4 TDs. Do you remember that game?
Yeah, I think I was National Player of the Week. That got us going. That got us going that year. They ended up winning their FCS conference and going to the playoffs, and we beat them. Of course, went undefeated, and had a great year. So I think that's the last time I've been to that stadium. You know what I mean? That was a fun night, though. That was a fun night. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.